What's up, guys? It's the MMA Casual King, and today we're just going to be going over some awards for some of the just highlighting some fights, some fighters in 2024. Got to put some respect on their name. And you may be wondering why you see Morales hanging off the wall like Spider-Man right now. And that's because when I saw the awards list from other YouTube channels, I said, nah, I'm going to do my own thing. Starting off, Fight of the Year, got to be Ilia Topuria. You do not get more impressive wins than back-to-back Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Max Holloway in his prime, Volkanovski right out of his prime. I don't think it's never in the history of the UFC has anyone even had the opportunity to have better back-to-back wins than what Ilya did, putting both of them out early. So Ilya's on an entirely different level. And I understand that some people are going to be frustrated that Ilya wins Fight of the Year. Probably some salty Max fans. It is what it is, brother. But don't worry. I'm giving Alex Baez some shine too. I think he deserves to be in that conversation. Not necessarily for the quality of opponents he beat. Yuri, Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree. Not fantastic fighters, good fighters, great fights. But what Alex Baez brings to the UFC is he saves cards, he knocks motherfuckers out, and I love Alex Baez. So, as I said in the last video, we don't want to see him get smushed by some chin strap. Let's see people get knocked out. Let's have some fun. Alex Baez, I love you. God bless. Chamba. Now we're going to go event of the year. Event of the year, of course, is UFC 300. No argument there. I mean, you start the card off with Figgy and Cody Garbrandt, first fight of the card. So many former champs. Highlight of the century with Max Holloway knocking out Gaethje. It's obvious. But my issue is I don't really want to put shine on UFC 300 because you watched it. You know. We get it. So I'd rather focus on actual pay-per-views and not just giant stupid events that ruin 3 months of UFC. I'm going to focus on UFC 305. Dricus du Plessis against Adesanya. Great fight. Adesanya actually looked really good coming back. He had an amazing game plan against Dricus du Plessis, targeting the body, good footwork, and Dricus is just a fucking dog, man. I love Dricus. You can't take guess 33andMe showed Dricus really is South African. He's got that dog in him. Bro just refuses to lose. He refuses to lose, and he won't be denied. It's that simple. It doesn't matter if you're better than Dricus. It doesn't matter if you're stronger. Well, no one's stronger than Dricus. Dricus is Dricus. Dricus is going to beat your favorite fighters. And I don't give a shit if you bookmark this. Dricus is going to beat Chimaev. Chimaev will not get the early finish. Dricus is going to drag him to deep waters. And Chimaev is going to quit like Dricus is the common cold. Another great fight on the card. Hooker versus Gamrot. Contender for fight of the year. Honestly, just rewatched it. Gamrot won all 3 rounds. But who gives a shit? Things happen. Things happen. I'd rather Hooker win. Hooker's an absolute psychopath, laughing in between rounds after getting his face split open. And even though he got dropped by Gamrot, let's not focus on that. Great fight. Who cares who won? Sometimes it is what it is. Also, the Ursegs got a little disappointed when midget Kai France knocked him out in like 2 minutes. Shit happens. I think Kai actually has a decent shot to beat Pantoja. Great wrestling defense. He's got the power to do it. Pantoja's chin's eventually going to get cracked. And I think Kai's the guy to do it. So I think I'm like for the direction of the UFC, this worked out. It was a cool KO. It was just nice. And then kind of the crown jewel, in my opinion, of 305 is Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates comes to smoke cigarettes and kick ass, and his pack was empty. Bro has 4 walk-off KOs in a year. Who the fuck? 4 walk-off KOs. Dude's on a different level right now. The Fighting Nerds are the best gym in MMA, bar none. Bet on those guys. All they do is get highlight reels. Carlos Prates is that guy. He put the Leech into a fucking coma. Feel bad, man. The Leech deserves better. Never got to wear that suit to the press conference because Nate Diaz is a retard. And look, sometimes it happens. Carlos Prates is that guy. Muay Thai, it is what it is. Now this is gonna be just gonna actually put some shot on two other cards. UFC 299, Oliveira versus Vera. Poirier versus Saint Denis was a great fight. You got Curtis Blades, thankfully, making sure that Gelatin Almeida, I don't even know his name, shows how good he is. Making sure he doesn't get a title shot. Thank God for that. You don't want to see that bum fight ever. Just a really solid pay per view. And ending off with Buckley Colby. I'm actually not even going to spoil anything about this. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Bunch of absolutely brutal finishes. Perfect way to end the year. Give it a shout if you got some time. And then the next award's going to be interesting. I'm going to do that. The over delivered fight is Islam versus Dustin. It was an absolutely horrible card. I was not excited at all for the card to start. Everyone thought this would be one-sided traffic. Dustin got absolutely embarrassed by Khabib, and he went out there and showed an absolute dog in there. Improved in all aspects of the game outside of his prime, which is next level. Gave Islam his hardest fight. I mean, what more can be said? Just an amazing 5-round fight, and Islam proved why he's the pound for pound best by submitting Dustin in the 5th round like an absolute fucking savage. A little bit more, just for all the chin strap glazers out there. I love Islam. No hatred there. Dude's an absolute G. He's better than Khabib. He's just as better than Khabib. Everyone talks about Khabib's never lost a round, never bled, all that shit. It doesn't matter. Islam is a more well-rounded fighter. He's got better striking. He knocked Volk out in 2 minutes. Dude is an absolute savage. He beats Khabib in a fight. Khabib is a fucking weight bully who had to cut from 205 pounds because he's scared. And you always hear people, oh, Khabib could have beat light heavyweights. He could have beat middleweights. Then why did he fucking hospitalize himself to make weight? Islam's a fucking savage. He's fighting at his normal weight class. Him and Dustin weigh the same amount. Give Islam that praise. He deserves it. All right, this is supposed to be a positive video too. Damn. All right, let's bring it back good. Fight of the year, without a doubt. Daniel Zellhuber versus Ostaben Ribovic. You don't get better than this. The backdrop at the Sphere was amazing. Amazing. I actually really loved the outfits that the ring girls walked out with. I mean, sometimes people want it to be skimpy, but I actually thought it was nice keeping it classier with the authentic, kind of like Coco outfits. Like Dia La Muerta. I don't know how to say it. I'm not Mexican. Day of the Dead. That's I add one thing I've been thinking for a long time is I like these kind of inspired events. Like I want a theme. I'm tired of the ring girls walking out to skimpy outfits. I can find their nudes online in 2 minutes. Give me some class, all right? Give me some class and give me absolute violence. Fights don't get better than this. They both had their moments. You had no idea who was going to win. 3rd round, it looks 1-1. I mean, Zellhuber drops Esteban with an elbow, and it was an adjustment for the fight too, with how Esteban went in, making it even prettier. When the fight looks like it's going to be over, Daniel, legal groin shot or eye poke, forget which one, gives Esteban some time to recover, and then he comes out there and beats the shit out of Daniel Zellhuber. Takes years off his life, but the Mexican spirit is real. Zellhuber refuses to go down and makes this easily the best fight of the year. So, you guys made this fear card. I love you both. Easy award up next. KO of the year. Sorry, Justin. I got your shirt, but this is what happens. You called Charles Oliveira a quitter, and now you're getting put out like a bitch. Max Holloway, coolest highlight you'll ever see. Easily up 3 rounds at the very minimum. No reason to risk it. Instead, for the BMF belt, he points to the ground and gives Justin Gaethje a chance to win the fight. Instead, he retires Gaethje and sends him off to golf, but the balls to swing the pocket with a power hitter like Justin Gaethje is next level. And I know everyone after the fight said they thought Max was going to win. No, you didn't. No, I didn't. Everyone thought that Gaethje couldn't Gaethje's power was too much, especially after how Dustin Poirier beat up Max Holloway. And Max Holloway showed there are levels to this, which makes the most impressive the KO of the year even more impressive. Illy's just a dog, man. I'm sorry. If I'm going to show Gaethje going out, I got to show your Max Holloway fans. You got to show your king getting pounded. No homo. No diddy. It is what it is, man. Illy is the best. It's very simple. dude has a legitimate shot to beat Islam Makhachev, which like feels gross to say, but it's possible. If he goes out there in his if he fights Islam in his next fight and he knocks out Islam, he's instantly pound for pound #2 ahead of GSP. Jones is one. I hate to say it, steroid cheat beats his wife, but dude's wins are just next. He has better wins than GSP, and Ilya is the only person I think in the UFC right now who has even chance of touching Jones' legacy. He's too good. He's too good. It's that simple. Then we're gonna go for a fun award, comeback of the year, Money Moicano. I cannot afford to lose. Jalen Turner wants the highlight reel knockout. That's what happens when you have $300,000 bonuses. Try to get the highlight reel knockout, and Moicano beat his fucking face in. Love to see it. Moicano, I love you. Dude, actually, he's got a shot at the title. He's still got some room to improve, but his grappling's next level. And I don't know. I've one thing I've thought about is Moicano against Paddy Pimblett. I actually don't want that. I think both these guys could be top 5 level. You're gonna crucify me for saying Paddy's can be top 5. He can be. I argue with me in the comments. I don't care. Moicano is an absolute beast. He cannot afford to lose. If he is not unconscious, he is going to keep fighting on, and that's a spirit we love to see. Oh, Dominic Reyes, baby. Dominic Reyes comes back, gets 2 wins. Anthony Smith is a bum who couldn't even beat a home intruder. We love Dominic Reyes here. He beat John Jones 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, MMA gods. Now all I need is a Tony Ferguson win so he can retire. But thank you. Dominic Reyes title run starts now. That's it. Simple as. And then, you know what? I'm going to be talking a lot of crap about women on this channel because I'm a sexist. No, not really. I'm playing a character in game, but I mean, what can I say? Absolute fantastic fight on the Sphere card. Irene Aldana and Norma Dumont single-handedly make the 135 female division worth it just with this fight alone. Thank you, girls. They're savages. You put on 3 or 4 fights a year, I might consider not cutting the female divisions. Way to go, girls. Yeah, way to go. I love to see it. Absolute savages. Nothing more needs to be said, except for that cut was insane. And it's a little frustrating they stopped the Colby fight because of the cut. But absolute warrior from Irene Aldana. And finally, we're just going to highlight some cool moments from the card. Ortega rolls his ankle and then submits Yair Rodriguez. Just funny to watch. I love JDM. Dude's a savage. Dude's going to win the belt. Just love to see it. Underrated still. Me liking JDM is how I can prove to people I'm a hardcore. So watch out. Share a bullet, double spinning back fist KO. Never see that shit. May never see it again. Good for him, man. I was going to put in the pictures Share a bullet next to the female fight, but he doesn't do well with them. I didn't want him to start another fight. So I'm just going to leave him in the corner there surrounded by dudes like the chin straps like it. Pretend this is a sauna. He'll be happy. And then finally, Ige is an absolute savage for stepping up on a few hours' notice. And Diego Lopez is my beautiful king. You know, nothing more needs to be said. Keeping a positive spin on it, guys. Hope you appreciate the video. Peace.